Hey, folks, and welcome back to another episode of I Am Northwest Arkansas. This is a bonus episode. I am hanging out with some of my good friends from Interform, and well, a good friend from Interform, and that would be Rochelle Bailey, the fabulous Rochelle Bailey, who is the marketing and communications manager, soon to be communications director. I'm just calling that, I'm just putting it out there. So she's going to be eventually be communications director, but she is all things. I mean, she coaches the models. She is just she's doing it as far as Interform is concerned, and she plays a very strategic role there. She runs the Interform podcast. She's just an amazing individual and human being, and so I'm happy to welcome her on the I Am Northwest Arkansas podcast for another time. We actually had her on for the Juneteenth event, but today we're going to talk about the Interform program happening in a few weeks here this spring in Northwest Arkansas. So, without further ado, Rochelle Bailey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for making time for me.
Oh, anytime. And I apologize for the challenges that we had, but we're here now, so we're going to have this conversation.
Mhm.
But for the uninitiated, hey, just tell people about Interform real quick and who you guys are.
Absolutely. So, Interform is a nonprofit arts and fashion organization that's located right here in Springdale, Arkansas. And basically, what we do is provide creative support, highlights, and career development for people in the creative industry. So, designers, makeup artists, hairstylists, models, and artists. So, NWA Fashion Week is our biggest fundraiser that we have every year. Sometimes we have it twice a year,
Yeah.
like it's a flip flop thing. Like one year it'll be just once, and then the next year it'll be twice. So this is one of the years where we will be having it twice. So we're having it in spring, and then we're having another one in the fall,
Ooh.
and it's our biggest fundraiser when all the funds that go into Northwest Arkansas Fashion Week. So the ticket prices, everything goes right back into our no cost sewing community classes,
Yeah.
and it goes into career development and workshops. So that's basically us in a nutshell. And NWA Fashion Week is coming up March 28th through the 30th. And I'm actually really excited about, I mean, I'm excited every year, but this year it's going to be at the Ledger. The Ledger is so beautiful. Have you been yet?
I have been. Yeah, I have been. I wanna ride
Oh,
a bike up and down the building. I haven't done
hmm.
that, but I've done everything else in that building. I wanna record a podcast in that building, and I wanna ride a bike up and down the
Oh,
aisles
on the
there on
side.
the outside of the building. So, yeah, that should be fun. That should be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a really great event because where previous years when we did it at the Momentary and Crystal Bridges, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
But then it kind of becomes more about the space than about the actual, designs and
Sure,
models and things.
sure.
So the ledger is pretty much just like a blank canvas. So I really feel like the models and the designers will really get to shine. And we're also having project runway designers that
Oh,
are
wow.
going to be showing their designs. And that's to me, that's a big deal. It'll draw more people in, which will help with the fundraising part of it, which is the entire goal.
Yeah.
So I am just like super excited about this year.
Yeah, that sounds exciting, and you're right. I mean, I've been both to the Momentary and to Crystal Bridges for the event, and both of those buildings are fabulous for so many reasons. But you're right that the Ledger does present itself as one of the new kids on the block from a building perspective, but it does provide almost a blank canvas for you guys to work from. So that's going to be really exciting. The thing I'm most excited about is all of the work that you guys do in the community, so when people are investing and buying tickets to come and attend this event and bring their friends and family and tell other people about the fact that Northwest Arkansas has a fashion show and actually has a pretty robust fashion show with, fabulous designers from all over and like you said, Project Runway and other places, that money is going back into our community, that people are being helped, the Marshallese community and so many others where you guys are working to build operations right there in Springdale, that are making a difference in the lives of individual residents here in Northwest Arkansas. Can you just kind of maybe talk a little bit? Because people don't always, connect those dots. Just talk about that aspect of it, right? Because we love the lights, we love the red carpet, but there is a practical nature to the work that Interform does that legitimately makes a difference in the lives of everybody that you touch and come across.
Yeah, so like with our free sewing courses, we invite the community to come and learn how to sew at any level. So a lot of people are a little hesitant to join our sewing classes because they're like, I don't know how to sew. And we're like, that's perfect.
Yeah,
We can teach you at the beginner's level or whatever level, or maybe you just haven't picked up sewing in a while and you've got, a sewing machine in your basement.
yeah,
And then those people, when they're interested, they go all the way to doing things like having their own little side business, like a tailoring business, or they work for the organization. We have two people who went through our sewing courses who now work for Interform, and they do corrections and sewing and garments for clients that we have, because we do have a branch of our organization that is for profit, and we're looking to build that so that we won't have to depend on funding from the Walton Family Foundation and Tyson. We're looking to be a self-sustainable organization.
yeah,
So yeah, so that's the whole goal, and we really want to give opportunities to people who may not have the opportunity otherwise. It's really kind of expensive to go to school to learn how to sew, and either that or it's not in an area where you could get to. Maybe you don't have transportation. So we want to correct that. And then as far as in the fashion part of it, everybody puts on clothes every single day.
that's like
And
that's
I don't think that
exactly.
fashion should be exclusive to just people of one size or people of one, age or people of one race. Literally everybody puts on clothes. So fashion should be more inclusive. And Northwest Arkansas Fashion Week is the most diverse fashion week in the region. Like,
Yeah.
we definitely know that for a fact. And your beautiful wife, Nicola, is a model.
Yes,
So like,
yes.
yeah,
Several
kudos to
years
you for
now
being
between
married
her and
to a
Shaq.
beautiful
Yeah,
model.
yeah.
You got this amazing podcast with these amazing people who follow it. Your platform is huge. So thank you so much for even allowing me on it.
Oh, please.
But you're a successful guy, and you have a wife who has participated in Northwest Arkansas Fashion Week, who's an absolute delight and absolutely beautiful. So you got a good podcast, and you got a model for a wife. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're successful, but
Yeah, I appreciate that. Well, this is all about you guys though, but no, you're absolutely right, and I don't wanna belabor the point, but, her participation as a model has been huge because she's made a lot of friends. She's connected with a lot of people, and, those relationships are really, to me, what Northwest Arkansas is all about. So, I mean, again, you guys and what
Mhm.
Interform does throughout the year, what Robin and Daimara and the rest of the team are doing throughout the year is amazing. But again, this time when you have the actual fashion show, it's really a time to celebrate. And that's why we really want to encourage people to come out and be a part of this event. Come out just for one evening, make it a night. Get dinner up in Bentonville. Go to maybe go see Chef Matt Cooper or Chef Raphael over at Yayo's. I mean, two James Beard nominated chefs. I mean, the food is amazing, but it's not just them. You could throw a rock and hit a great restaurant in Bentonville. Am I right? And they
Absolutely.
could totally make a night of it. Go to the Ledger
Exactly.
for Fashion Week and just have an amazing time.
Exactly, and you'll be supporting your local community, which is like the biggest and the point of it all. And if you everybody always asks me, the most common question is, what do I wear? And I always say, whatever is in the back of your closet that you're like, I don't know what I'm going to wear this to. Maybe you got it on sale and you're like, I have to buy this. It's only $5. I have no idea
Yeah.
where I'm going to wear it to. Northwest Arkansas Fashion Week is the event to wear that to. That's when your true self can come out and you can really showcase your style. And tickets go on sale February 12th. And let me tell you,
Okay.
every
Perfect.
year,
They sell out.
Saturday sells out.
Yeah.
So don't wait too late, to buy your tickets or think that you're going to, get a hookup somewhere.
That's fine.
Definitely get those tickets, ASAP.
It's
So,
it's a
and
hard
you've been
ticket to
coming to
get.
a couple of them.
Yeah, it's a hard ticket to get, and I think you actually
Hmm.
said that, this year you were gonna allow us to raffle off, a couple of tickets for the
Yes.
event. So for those of you that listen to the podcast with regularity, check our social medias out on the interwebs, because we will be raffling off a couple of tickets for Fashion Week this year.
Mhm.
I think it'll be worth it. And I hope that you guys that are listening that really, enjoy these types of programs here in Northwest Arkansas, tell your friends about it. Invite them out. Invite somebody that's never been out before, and so I really want to encourage you guys to take advantage of what Rochelle and the rest of her team are putting together. There is a lot of work done behind the scenes. You don't see the amount of time and effort in those Sunday afternoon rehearsals and practices. And I've heard, my wife has told me stories about how Rochelle shows folks how to walk the runway. And so you actually, I mean, this is a very, very professional event. And I would certainly be, aside from the fact that you are supporting a good cause in Interform and what they represent, this is actually a very well done program. So I want to encourage everybody listening to this to come out to NWA Fashion Week this year. And again, Rochelle, give us the dates for this upcoming event this spring.
It is March 28th through the 30th at the Ledger in Bentonville. Tickets go on sale February the 12th.
Okay, perfect. Well, folks, you've heard it here, and by the time you've heard this, tickets should be on sale. You should get access to them. We'll put links in the show notes to interform.art, which is the website. You can check it out there. I'll put contact information for Rochelle if you have questions for her. If you know somebody that wants that is a seamstress or has a love of fashion and maybe wants to get involved, Interform is where they could start, and it's right here in Northwest Arkansas. A lot of times people don't realize that we have these opportunities here, and so you need to take advantage of it. So I want to encourage all of our listeners from the I Am Northwest Arkansas tribe, please come out and support Interform this spring at the Fashion Week. It's going to be an amazing event. That's March 28th, March 29th, and March 30th at the Ledger in Bentonville. So it's going to be a
Yes.
tremendous event. And again, if you have any questions, you can go to the website interform.art. All of that will be in the show notes at I Am Northwest Arkansas. And please feel free to share this episode both far and wide. And for all of you fashionistas out there, I look forward to seeing you at Fashion Week. Rochelle, thank you so much for joining us for this short, just little dollop, a morsel of an episode to talk about Interform and Fashion Week. And we will certainly have you on again in the near future to talk about some of the other cool things that Interform is doing and the difference that you guys are making in this community. So, such a great program to support. I encourage everyone to be a part of what they're doing at interform.art. Check them out. And Rochelle Bailey, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, Randy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, folks, there you have it. Another just quick bonus episode of the I Am Northwest Arkansas podcast. Remember, our normal episodes come out every Monday, rain or shine. And I certainly look forward to checking you out. And remember, you can hear our episodes on KUAF's Ozarks at Large every Tuesday at 12 noon and at 7 p.m. And I'm told now that the episodes are also airing in Little Rock. Plus, and this is very meta, you can actually listen to the Ozarks at Large podcast and listen to our podcast on their podcast. So that's kind of cool. But regardless, I just hope that you listen, share it with a friend, let them know that Northwest Arkansas is a great place to be. If they're thinking about moving here, encourage them to come. We will certainly leave the light on for them. I'm your host, Randy Wilburn. We thank you for joining us for another episode of the I Am Northwest Arkansas podcast. We'll see you back here next week. Peace.